Okay, so I'm back. Anyway, what I was saying was, um, it was just, it was a little pain, but not really anything major. It was just like more annoying. So she said, I'm gonna send you through to the other side. Excuse me. And you're gonna be the next person called, or probably the next two people called. So I was like, okay, that's fine. And I was like, okay, these people are going to be mad with me when I go walking through the other side to sit down and there's all these people out there and they call my name next and I just got in here. But it goes according to the level of emergency it is. So I go over and I sit down for a few minutes and they call my name. So I got up and went in there. I got up on the table, sitting there, lady comes in, the nurse. She comes in, ask me about my allergies, whatever. I talk to her and tell her what's going on. And she tries to look in with the little light thing, and she was like, "Oh, it's just a little nap." I said, "A little nap?" I said, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Oh my God, well it sure awfully feels like it's awfully big." And she said, "Oh, wait a minute, no, it's not a nap." She said, "Oh," she said, "I can only see a little part of its leg. I can't even see it." Which means it's down in there. It's way in there. She can't even see it with the little ear light that they use to put in your ear when they check your ears. She can't even see it. So she leaves out, and probably about 10, maybe 10 minutes. Um, she comes back. The doctor comes back. So we're talking. And I told them what happened, and they were like, "Well, did you see it?" And I was like, "Well, no, I know something's in there because I can hear it, I can feel it. It moves, but I don't know what it is. I just know it's a bug." So, um, he says, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll get it." He said, "We'll put some lidocaine in your ear and to numb it, so when we go in to get it, you won't be in any pain." I was like, "Okay." He said, "Well, is it hurting right now?" And I was like, "Well, it's a little pain, but it's not that bad. It's not bad." So he was like, "Okay." So he so he has to see, so he takes the light to look down in there, and he can't see, so he takes he takes another little thing where he can go further to see a little more. And then he says, "Oh yeah, it's way down in there." So, okay, he said, "Well, she's gonna go and get those. We're gonna come back and put them in, and then we'll get it out." So I was like, "Okay." So I'm still fine at this point, right? They leave out. So I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, this sharp pain hits me in the side of my head. It's in my ear, but he's moving, and it's like he has a shovel and he's digging a hole in my ear. And so it was like, ugh, ugh. I did that, and I grabbed my ear and I held it, and I was like, "Oh, please stop, please stop." So it stopped, and I was like, "Whew." I was like, "No, that hurt." So then I'm sitting there, does it again. This time it's harder. So I'm in this room, this exam room, by myself, and I scream out in agony because it hurt so bad. And I'm thinking, there's people on the other side of the door, like where I came in. Then there's the nurses and doctors on the other side of the door. I was like, they're gonna say that woman in there is crazy. She's in there screaming. There's nobody in that room with her. She's alone. But oh my goodness, I was in such pain, and I was holding my ear, and he was just digging, digging, digging down in there, and I screamed out, and I was holding it, and I was like, "Okay, I just can't take this. I can't take this." So I get down off the table, and I'm like walking around the room, holding my ear, and I'm like, oh God, they're gonna come. Hurry, 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 they're coming. Come on. Then, he just started like, oh my God, he was just digging, digging, digging. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna dig into my brain. So now I am really in intense pain. I am in tears. It's hurting so bad. I can't do anything. All I can do is shake my head or hold my ear or whatever, and I'm waiting for them to come. So finally the nurse walks in, and I was like, I am so sorry, but I know you heard me screaming in here. She said yes, and we were trying to get the stuff as fast as we could. They had to get it from the pharmacy. So I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the doctor made it mad or what, but oh my God, it is hurting me so bad. And I'm standing there with tears just streaming down my face. And she's like, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I just need you to get back on the table. I was like, oh yeah. So I get back on the table and she said, okay, I need you to turn over and lay, because he was in my right ear. So she's like, I need you to turn over and lay on your left side, and so I could turn my head like this so she could put the stuff in my ear. So I get on the table, and mind you, the table is probably, okay, it's probably bigger than this, but I'm just saying. The table is probably like this big, and I'm like this big. So I'm on the table. I'm laying there waiting for her to put the things in. So she's putting the drops in, and she's like, "Okay, um, it's gonna kill him, and then once it kills him, it may make him float up, or we can get him better then." So I'm like, "Okay." So she puts the drops in my ear, and immediately, well, before this, I could hear him breathing. He was breathing, like a person. I could hear him going. And I could hear his heartbeat. And I was like, oh my God, he has a heartbeat. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, I guess a bug has a heart too, but you don't think about those things. And so, when she put the things in there, his heartbeat started going boom, 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 really fast. And then I heard it when it slowed down, and he moved around, and I was like, oh God, oh God. And so he started moving a little slower, and she said, did he stop moving yet? And I said, almost. He's not moving as fast as he was. So I heard his heart go boom, 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 boom. And then it just stopped. It didn't do anything else. I was like, oh my God, I heard him. Oh my goodness. And so she was like, okay, I'm going to go get the doctor. She said, do not move. She said, now don't you fall off this table. I said, don't worry. I'm not going to fall off the table. I'm holding my own on this table. You just heard me come and get this thing out of me. I was like, get this filthy demon out of me. Okay, y'all, I guess it's going to be a part 3 to this.